First Descents is a nonprofit organization that leads life-changing outdoor adventures for young adults ages 18 to 39 who have been impacted by cancer. In 2001, when Brad Ludden was 20 years old, he created the nonprofit as a result of his onset diagnosis with breast cancer and his love for kayaking. He is a professional kayaker, and he named his organization after a first descent, which in kayaking is when someone kayaks an area of water that no one has ever kayaked. He wanted to help cancer fighters achieve the same level of personal transformation and growth as he did after he achieved over 100 first descents. 15 years later, the organization continues to have a passionate and adventurous staff that leads about 40 trips every year to over a dozen states and 4 countries, with 12 to 15 individuals on each trip. These trips include climbing, surfing, and kayaking. This is an organization that means a lot to my family and me, since my brother had the opportunity to go on a trip 2 years after his diagnosis.
Being diagnosed with cancer as a young adult at the age of 22 was something that I never would have expected and completely disrupted my sense of normalcy. For a couple of years, I struggled with that normalcy, trying to find people to relate to connect with. And within 2 years' time after being diagnosed with multiple myeloma, I heard about First Descents. It allows young adults, such as myself, to connect with other young adults who had the misfortune of being diagnosed with cancer, but fortunately are able to connect and be with people who understand what it's like to go through what one is actually going through. And what I found most empowering about First Descents is the fact that it allows you to take back control. As I went whitewater kayaking in Bryson City, North Carolina, and it's one of the events and experiences that I'll always remember. All the faces, and especially those who volunteered there, and the counselors there are some of the most amazing people that give themselves to a greater cause. Is something that, as a patient, is just something that is just so powerful. To First Descents, thank you. What you're doing has not only helping, but also saving lives. Thank you.
All of the programs that First Descents leads are free of charge for the young adults. But to fund the programs, the organization relies heavily on fundraising. On each trip, the team brings 12 to 15 cancer fighters. It costs $1,800 to $2,000 to fund each participant, which totals approximately $25,000 for each trip. With your help, we can assist First Descents so that they can continue giving cancer fighters the opportunity to confide in other fighters, escape the stress and fear of their diagnosis, and feel stronger from the outdoor adventures. All donation amounts will support the participation of cancer fighters on First Descents trips. Thank you for your consideration.